Hi, my name is MachineRite, and this is Understanding Fortnite. This video is going to be about practicing edits and how you can take your edit practice a little bit further. Once you get your base edits and your editing courses down to where you're making very little mistakes, you should try and add in shooting. Now, I know some courses have shooting, but I'm going to show you this method that you can actually add into pretty much any course that has targets. So this is a drill that I use to cycle through my edit peaks. I basically just make edits and then practice peaking with them. What this does is it ingrains the habit of always using these peaks when you edit, because a lot of the time the edit courses can promote bad habits of like doing edits like this and just jumping into people, because often edit courses are about mobility. So you can actually incorporate this philosophy into your edit courses as well. Basically, if there's any edit courses that you do that have targets to shoot, instead of just running through the course as fast as you can or editing into your targets, you can start using proper peaks along with your editing courses. This is something that I often see Bala recommend. He usually talks about recreating the situation, and I totally agree with this. I always try to make my practice as realistic as possible, because this ingrains muscle memory of using these peaks. I won't be impatient when I get into a situation where I need to edit a wall to shoot at somebody. Right away, I'm just going to have the muscle memory to always use a peak, and this just makes gameplay much safer overall. If you saw my last video, obviously peaks are really great for getting around the swap delay advantage. I have another drill over here, which is to practice something that I mentioned in my first video, which is spray return. A lot of times you might not remember to shoot back at this, but this is just going to ingrain that muscle memory so that when you see this situation, you're ready for it. Basically what you want to do, get your strafe pattern down, aim at your target. As soon as the wall breaks, just make sure you're shooting and replacing that wall as quick as possible. And that's pretty much all there is to that. One thing to add on to spray return is if your opponent is using an SMG, the fire rate of that weapon is pretty much faster than human reaction time. So what can happen is if you're behind a wall and you have low health, they can spray through, and before you can even react to shoot, that bullet is going to go through and kill you. So you have to make sure that you have enough health to tank at least one SMG headshot, or else this trick might not work. This last thing is very simple. It's just basically getting in the habit of pulling out your shotgun when you're building or other weapons. A good example of when this would be useful is if you're carpeting an endgame. You really want to get your shotgun out as much as possible, because there's a lot of opportunities where people are leaving themselves exposed to conserve mats. A good example would be with shockwaves. A lot of time people will shockwave across. It's not the most difficult target in the world to hit if you already have your gun out and you're already aiming in that location. But reacting to the shockwave and then having to pull your weapon out, they're moving fast enough to where they may already be protected. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks.